And it's time now for us to serve you AM Business. Now, Ghana's tertiary students are redefining entrepreneurship, balancing academics with businesses that drive campus economies. With support from incubation centers and industry leaders, they're shaping the future of Ghana's SMEs. Helen Nakai Ayi has more in today's report for AM Business.
Across Ghana's tertiary institutions, a quiet revolution is unfolding. Here, young individuals believe they can harness business prowess for varying reasons in addition to their academic work. They are young individuals who are not just chasing grades, they are creating jobs, boosting campus economies, and laying the foundation for Ghana's next wave of SMEs. Bakari Abdul Rashid Aloysius is one of such students who identified a need to provide bicycle services as a means of transportation for students.
Level 100, I was staying at Commonwealth, and at the same time I was doing electrical repairs in the hall, so people's extension, kettles, those things, they get spoiled, and then sometimes I need certain materials I need to buy, like the fuels, which means that I either have to take a taxi or have to walk from Commonwealth to Ninth Market, or either go to Medina. So that was quite challenging because considering the amount the taxis were taking, it was a bit demanding. So I felt like, if I had my own bicycle on campus, it would have eased my movement. Moreover, people call you from different halls, which you have to move to those places. And so taking taxi and then how much would you take from the person, it was just something else. So I felt like if I had, my own bicycle on campus, it would go a long way with my, business. So a year down the line, I think I got the opportunity to come to this hall. But this hall seemed a bit farther from the lecture halls. And I remember I initially had a plan to, get a bicycle. Then the thought came to me that, but don't you think there are other people who are also running businesses or other students who might be in your shoes? They need bicycle for their daily commuting, especially going to buy food, running errands and all that. So don't you think it was a good idea? And, fast forward, I called my dad, explained everything to him, and he said, well, that's fine. If you think it's something good, you can go about it. I give you the go ahead. So just how many bicycles do you need? I said, okay, for a start, just to, try and see how best it's going to go. I said 2 bikes for the meantime. So I got the 2 bikes and made a flyer, disseminated it around. People helped me share. And I think the first day, second day, third day, I wasn't seeing any response. It was as if, maybe the publication wasn't that much, but some few days down the line, I think 2 ladies called me. Yeah. The first people to patronize me were ladies.
For Aloysius, the ability to juggle between academic work and his business is his ability to properly manage his time.
If I say it doesn't interfere with my studies, I will be lying. But it all boils down to how you are able to manage your time, how best you know yourself, how you're able to cover things and all that.
It's 6:30 a.m. in the morning. Unlike a typical student getting ready for class, Alex Kwashi and Emmanuel Opong have to make it in time for the bakery in order to supply bread across various halls and other institutions. They were pushed by financial needs, and with time, they are nursing a dream of opening Passion Bakery in the nearest future.
Looking at my finances, I was the one who was financing my education, and then because of how tough it became, I sat down to think about a business that I can start, which can give me money. So the bread business, the idea actually came from my co-partner. He brought the idea, he suggested the idea to me, what do I think about us selling bread on campus? I was like, it's powerful. So we came together with some funds, and then we came to take 7 loaves of bread. So The first day we started with 7 loaves of bread because we are afraid that people buy or people will not buy. So on the normal day we wake up by 6:30, then we get to the bakery by 7:30. Then we count for the number of loaves we have to count for, and by 8 we distribute them to the people who are working for us on campus. So on the normal day, that's what we do. And then now by God's grace, we're able to distribute 250 to 300 loaves of bread every day. The business has helped me very, very much in the sense that I don't depend on people like how I used to. Those times you have to text people to raise money from them and all. Some people will ignore you, some people will tell you their mind. But now, by God's grace, I'm able to buy my food, I'm able to buy clothes on myself, I'm able to pay my fees, and even help other people financially too. So in the future, the plan we have for the business is to have a bread factory, and also like the way A1 bread has a name, we also want to reach that point.
Emmanuel, a business partner to Alex, emphasizes how he leverages social media in promoting their business.
We share soft copies of our flyer. We're on social media, TikTok and Instagram. So when we sell to you, we give you the information, and also my number is given to them. Yes, so they call me, then I let our boys do the deliveries so that I relate to the customers to make sure that there is that customer relation.
Institutions have rather taken notice of a gap and now support entrepreneur endeavors through training programs, startup grants, and incubation centers. Founder and CEO of iSpace Foundation, Josiah Eisen, underscores this gap and highlights how his outfit is geared in shaping student-based startups to fruition.
We recognize the challenge and actively working to kind of build the gap, or so let's say build a bridge over this gap between students, entrepreneurs, and then long-term business sustainability, right? So our approach usually includes mentorship, coaching, where we then connect students with industry founders who have experience in entrepreneurship, and then they're able to kind of guide them in terms of business development, fundraising, and then market positioning. Then we also look at incubation and accelerating programs, where we run programs that help students refine their business model, test their ideas, and then assess funding opportunities, literally. And then some of the students, again, we provide them with investment readiness support. So many students struggle to fund their business, mainly due to lack of funding. So then we help these students prepare for investment by helping them refine their pitch decks, structure their business models, and then link them up with potential investors and things like grants, really, that do exist. One of the key things that we also focus on is always going to be community and networking. We believe that entrepreneurship thrives in a strong ecosystem. What do we mean by that is looking at the environment in which something can grow in. So what is the best conducive environment for a student to be in? So then that is networking. So we provide an environment for them to be able to then do a network with other like-minded individuals. We provide workshops. We provide access to a vibrant community of entrepreneurs and other industry players and partners. And for us, we believe that by embedding the student in this ecosystem while they're still in school, will then give them the greater chance of surviving and scaling the businesses after they graduate.
Josiah Eisen urged student entrepreneurs to build a strong foundation to their businesses that will transcend the borders of campus.
Most student businesses will die out because they're tied to the university environment. So from day one, plan for the growth beyond the campuses that you find yourself as, whether it's through partnerships, funding, or digital expansion interactions. So maybe you put yourself online rather than just focus on the students that you have. Put yourself online for other people to be able to experience that amazing idea that you have.
Like iSpace Foundation, the Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs has a heartbeat for student entrepreneurs and is not only poised to mentor them, but to guide them.
We take our programming to the various schools. So we have the Students Incubator Program, where we incubate ideas from students and turn these ideas into bankable businesses. We also have the Student Accelerator Program. So for students that are already having businesses, we put them in this program that we train them and then accelerate their businesses. At the end of the day, we connect them to our Young Entrepreneurs and Startup Support Fund, where we give them some funding to start their businesses. Aside that, we do the Student Entrepreneurship Challenge, where we bring together students to compete with ideas, for some sort of funding and training programs. And we largely do capacity building programs across to ensure that students have the needed entrepreneurial mindset to be able to grow businesses. We also conduct mentorship, where we link students who want to be entrepreneurs to existing entrepreneurs so they can learn hands-on on how to start, groom, and sustain businesses. Aside that, we do what we call apprenticeship to entrepreneurship or attachment to entrepreneurship. We work with student bodies to get interested students who want to pursue business as a career, and then we link them to some of our members who are looking for certain particular technical skills and allow these young people to do some sort of attachment with the students to be able to learn. The idea is that for the Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs, we want every young person, be it in school or out of school, who have the interest to become an entrepreneur, you receive the needed mentorship, capacity building, and access to funding that you can be able to start, grow, and scale your business.
Chief Executive Sharif Gali says, running a business without a business plan is equal to running a business on hope, hoping that it will someday get better. According to him, a plan is very essential to enable businesses rightly stand in the business world.
I have seen this. A lot of young people come to my office. Oh, Mr. CEO, want to do business? We learn the Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs are helping young people to do business. I want to go into business. I have this idea. Now, when you ask them, what is the idea? They start on their head. They will give you a very perfect one out of head. But when you ask them, so what do you have to, back this plan or this business, and there's nothing to write home about. So it's quite unfortunate that a lot of young people do business in their head. And the funny thing is that no investor like me or any other person would put out my money in somebody who just have an idea in their head. So no matter what it is, you must always at all point in time try to have a plan. Put your business in a plan or in a document that I can be able to pick out even without you and know what you really seek to do.
Meet Gifty Adobwa, a young graduate who has been able to pull her business along even after completion of school. Driven by passion, she has foreseen a future where her business will evolve from just an online business into a walk-in shop.
It actually started like something I was passionate about, and in fact I am still passionate about it. Since it's basically out of passion, then I just keep on enjoying what I am doing. It's a business, all right, but I enjoy what I am doing. And now there are other benefits I gain from it, like it takes care of me. It's able to, keep me in this Accra life. So I'm holding it as a business, but then I still love it. And then, the two together, it makes me choose to, continue to do it. It's all about wig making, right? I wouldn't really say hairstylist, but then it's something I'm also learning on the job. The more you keep doing, the more you get, other insights in the field of wig making. So it's just wig making. There are times I have people who reach out and then I enroll them in the arts of wig making. But then I feel that before this year ends, it's going to be bigger than just wig making. We're going to do hairstyling, like frontal installation, closure, braiding, and anything salon service.
Beyond the individual success stories lies a bigger picture, the significant role student entrepreneurs play in supporting Ghana's SMEs. Sharif Gali expounds on its necessity to SME development in Ghana and to the GDP at large.
Most of the ventures from students infuse the market with fresh perspective and technological advancement that can stimulate job creation and economic diversification. When nurtured properly, they can evolve into robust SMEs that contributes significantly to the nation's economic development. If you look at the definition of an SME, small businesses are rated businesses that are run by somebody who has a certain number of employees from 0 to 6, I believe. So yeah, some of these student enterprises you see are literally small enterprises. So they form part of the SME population and they contribute to the whole economic advancement and the total gross domestic product, the GDP of the country. So if you are counting or taking the populations of SME, you should consider student enterprises that are contributing hugely.
These young entrepreneurs are not just creating businesses, they are inspiring a generation and shaping the future of Ghana's economy. The desire to build, innovate, and contribute to the nation's growth is alive and thriving on our campuses. For these students, entrepreneurship is not just a side hustle, it's a passion, a calling, and a transformative journey. The future of Ghana's SMEs starts here. I am Helen Nakai Ayi for Joy Business.